Good week of work. Um, really excited about the game. You know, every game is different. This game with Ohio is very different than the first two. More of a Princeton style move to basketball. Excited about that too because when you play every style of game, then you're prepared to play everyone. So excited about the two exhibitions, the two first season, regular season games, and now playing Ohio this Friday.
Where you feel like you could, where's some areas you feel like you could exploit Friday? Some advantages.
Yeah, I understand. I think with just our pressure and who we are and what we believe in, I think that we just want to be true to who we are because they are going to be true to who they are. So to me, that's our pressure is the main focus right now. Smart pressure because they'll make you pay if you're reckless with the pressure.
Are you seeing this as kind of a tune-up game, just working on some things, finalizing some things as you go into the rest of the schedule?
Absolutely not. Any team is capable of beating you. We'll never disrespect any team, no matter who we're playing. I think that I'm the happiest because this game is going to make us think, communicate a lot, and really have to be locked in the entire game because their movement will make you look bad if you're not communicating, and that's something that we need to do better. So with their execution of their offense and how they like to do it, with the bigs that can really shoot the basketball, it's going to be a tough game for us if we're not communicating properly.
I noticed kind of how you handled your rotation. You no starter played less than 25 minutes. Most of them played 30 plus, and none of the reserves played more than 12. I mean, obviously, I know you don't have as much depth in this year's team. You have less scholarship players, but is that kind of a change for you there?
It's different than the past because I've tried to play a deeper bench. We're still kind of getting used to one another. And once I see something rolling, I've kind of stuck with it more this year than I have in the past, which give guys a better rhythm. That doesn't say that P.J. Carter or Musa or even Jared Harris won't play more minutes. It's just in those games, it's just worked out that way.
Is that like maybe a lesson learned for you? Like maybe you should have been doing that more in the past, like sticking with lineups?
You can say that. You learn from your mistakes, in some areas. But the way that we want to pressure, you're going to need guys to come out of the game when they're tired, because being out there tired doesn't help us at all. So I think that we pressed more in the past. That's why I played more guys. If you're not going to press, then you have to stay definitely with your main guys more.
How are Tyrese and PJ doing health-wise?
They're doing good. They haven't practiced. We're kind of holding them out to try to get them well. It's been a blessing that these games have been a week apart and that they've had time to kind of not go back-to-back, unlike what Maui's going to be. So I don't know what that's going to look like, but definitely holding them out and giving them more rest.
You think they'll play Friday?
Yeah, as of right now, both guys are going to play on Friday.
Is anybody else dealing with anything?
Nick is dealing with like a hip, and he practices some days he doesn't, and we're just trying to be smart about it, about how we utilize those guys in practice because they're logging so many minutes during the game.
But everyone's expected to play.
Yeah, everyone's expected to play.
Now that you have a two-game sample size, what have you liked from what you've seen from Musa and Penny?
What I've liked from them is the way that they've ran the floor, rim run, which we want to try to flatten out the defense. Offensively, they've both been a presence in the post and, played out of double teams pretty well and drawing a double team for us to get advantages. And on the defensive end, they're playing the pick and roll much better and they're rim protecting. So, like all those things, for sure.
Are you happy with their passing ability? They provided for 7 assists in the last game. You talked about you want to see them pass out as opposed to more.
Yeah.
Especially in those double team scenarios.
Yeah, well, we know that they're going to double, especially when those guys are in the game together. They're going to have to put a smaller guy on one or the other. And we work with them in practice on the double team passes and what they need to do. Guys are going to come from the free throw line and double team, from the baseline and double team, so they'll be prepared for all actions defensively, and we just have to keep working them in those areas.
You talked a lot about Musa's defensive ability. You believe that he's one of the best in the nation, right?
Yep.
But offensively, what's his ceiling?
He can get better, for sure. He wants to get better with his ball handling, with his decision-making. Obviously, with his anywhere from 15 to 18-footer he's been working on. But defensively, arguably the best in the country. Offensively, he definitely needs to work on his ball handling and his passing more because that's just going to elevate him to another level.
What kind of separates Ohio from Missouri and what kind of stands out to you?
There's their offensive execution. You know, Missouri, they ran ball screens. They ran like some staggers. UNLV was high ball screen, space to floor. Ohio is like a more of a motion style offense the entire game, looking for back doors, looking for burn cuts, and then when you make a mistake, those bigs will pop and shoot. So they have weapons at every area, especially the style that they play.
You had mentioned a couple of times, but especially after Tyree left, that you wanted to, you were hoping to adding. Is there any progress being made there or update?
Yeah, I tried to see if LeBron had any years left, and but no, there might be some things in the making. Obviously, we don't know until people actually get in the portal and things of that nature. We're just kind of looking and waiting, and we're not closing the door on that. We're just keeping the door open.
Would you say the team is kind of emotionally recovered from losing Tyree at this point?
It's always hard to lose someone that's been with you from the beginning. He's been with us since June, and they're brothers. They'll be brothers for life. So, yes, it's hard for the staff as well because, we wanted Reek to stay, and he was a big part of what we were going to do because of his speed and his size and his defensive prowess and things of that nature. And, guys understand the business of this sport and how they can work, and we still wish him well. I'm sure those guys still talk to him all the time. Thank you.